So, I watched Monster Hunter today, and it's based on a video game, and we all know the track record of video games getting turned into movies haven't been the best. There's been a couple of okay films, like the Tomb Raider films, for example. Actually, I quite enjoyed the first Hitman, but nothing has stood out as like the X-Men of video game movies. And you never know, maybe video games work better on the small screen, with Last of Us, with Assassin's Creed, with Halo, with Resident Evil shows coming. You never know. You never know, right? But I saw this film, and all I will say is, what movie did I expect? It is written and directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. And you don't know that guy's name, you don't recognize the name. He is the writer and the director of all, or at least most, of the Resident Evil movies. And probably outside of the first one, I actually quite enjoy the third one, but the rest of them have been shit. All of them have been shit. So what did I expect? Because this movie is shit. Because what this movie is a 45-minute movie that is stretched as much as the rubber can stretch into a 144-minute movie. It's a 45 short film that's stretched into a feature length. And the plot is like, hey, there's a bunch of soldiers travel into a portal, and they are in this new world that is battling, that has giant monsters, and they're trying their hardest to surround them, right? And you're thinking, okay, well, I mean, their job is trying to make us be invested with these characters, invested with these soldiers, be invested of Villa Jovis's character. But the truth is, you don't. Because you know what they are? They're just their job. They're soldiers. And you know what soldiers are good at? They're good to fight. And that's it. Calm down, you're a soldier. Don't show your emotions. And it's all... And they're singing a tap too, and you're like... I don't understand. This is like, why should I care? Just because they're soldiers? That's not a reason. And don't give the whole thing of like, well, they looked at a picture of their children or their wife, or they look at a wedding ring, or whatever the bloody hell they did, and singing a tune. I'm like, yeah, that's not enough. And there's some bad dialogue in this. Like, I'm sorry, if you don't know that sand gets turned into glass, you are dumb as a flippin'. It's basic science. Who doesn't know? Do you know? Like, how do they make a solid? How do they make how do they make a liquid a solid? I'm like, fuck off. I mean, the monsters look cool, but they are like, it's one of those things, like, they realize, they realize they don't have much on, so all they have to do is like, oh, look, there's a monster. Yeah, I know. Look, a monster. Yeah, I know, I know. Look, another monster. I know, for fuck's... Like, it's just a lot of dangling keys, and they don't have anything else to do. And then it becomes like it comes like, Death Stranding with a walking simulator. It's... And the audio mixing's back. This movie is horrible. This is a shitty movie. It is, like... I mean, like, example, Villa Jovovich, for a good chunk of this movie, and a good majority of this film, sounds like she's, like, audio-wise, sounds like she's in a basement. She sounds like she's in a high school gym. It's so echoey and all that. And I'm like, when did this, who thought, yep, that's okay? Who thought of that? Who thought, yep, that's okay. That is okay. Have your main character sound like they're from a gym. Who? Can someone explain who? And then when the movie, because I understand, so it's the whole thing of trying to get back home, right? So when they do the thing that they say, okay, when we do this, we'll get home, right? And you're like, okay, you do that thing, now I'm trying to go home. Wait, we got like an extra 30 minutes left? What else? Now this is all packed on. There's no need. There's no need. I mean, seriously. We'll just have a scene where I understand it's in the game. Like I did do a little bit of research on what this game is. With the monkey, the cat with a flippin' the cat chef with a one eye, and I was like, what purpose is there except going, huh? Look, guys, look, it's the cat from the game. And I'm like, but what negative purpose does he have? What negative purpose? Like, seriously, like, I don't. And of course, they had like the audacity to set up a fucking sequel. By the way, there's a couple of hand-to-hand fist fights, and for the choreography is good, but it's just, it's been quick cut and shaky cam, and to the point that I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. It is a dreadful film. Not a good film that starts from 2021, isn't it? Isn't it? Can we please pirate one good video game movie? I mean, good. We got Mortal Kombat and Uncharted. Uncharted is like, if that movie sucks, I have no hope. How much of a fan I am of that franchise. But for the love of God, oh no, Resident Evil. We're gonna have a Resident Evil reboot. For the love of God, please be good. Let's have some good. Say, hey, look, there is a translation, but you never know. TV may work. You never know.